All right, I am back with another airdrop and yield farming guide. And in this video, I'm gonna give you a quick tutorial on how you can use this new app called WallChain to farm airdrop points, but also just basic regular yield. Now, this video is not sponsored. I'm not being paid by WallChain, and I'm not actually an investor in the team or anything like that. I just really like the product that they are building. And so in this video, I'm gonna walk you through what it does, and how you can use it to make the most out of your capital. So for starters, what actually is WallChain? Basically, it's a new form of yield and airdrop farming aggregator where you can follow other people's strategies. So if we take a look at their basic dashboard right now, you can see that I have actually set up a couple of my own strategies, but moving forward, other people will be able to set up strategies and you can choose which ones you're interested in following. So for example, right now I've got a Bitcoin farming strategy and a USD or a stablecoin farming strategy, but I'll get into that in a minute because first we should talk a little bit about who these guys are and also some of the risks associated with using an app like this. So for starters, WallChain is backed by Alliance DAO and a couple of other venture firms. They used to be in the MEV business, but now they've pivoted to actually farming airdrops and yield. The team is dogs. I've met both of these guys and they're both former Google and Meta employees. Now, the way that this application actually works is that once creators like myself or other people create strategies, you can simply choose which ones to follow. And so for example, if I click on one of these strategies, like the stablecoin strategy here, you can see that we're farming all of these different things, but you make one single deposit, basically one click or two clicks, because you have to actually approve the USD token since it's on Ethereum. And the way that it works is I have set up this strategy to be split into 3 different farming areas. So we're farming via Pendle, we're farming via EtherFi, and we're farming via Elixir at 1/3 each in these different pools here. And so you can see here the step-by-step breakdown of what happens if you deposit either USDC or USDT into this vault. So WallChain takes the assets that are deposited and then splits them up amongst the different strategies. So for example, 2/3 of that would be actually going to Athena to mint USDE. And then a portion of that, 1/3 of the USDE would go to Pendle to farm points and yield there. Another portion will go to EtherFi in their vault for USDE to farm also EtherFi points and Veda points. And then finally, the 1/3 USDC that's left will go to farm Elixir in their vault. Now, in terms of the potential ROI of my strategy, there's the airdrop portion of it, and then there's the yield portion of it. So by making all the deposits outlined here, we'll be earning points for Athena Season 3, for Elixir, we'll be earning points for EtherFi, and then we'll also be earning points for Veda. Aside from all of that, there is also actually a yield on some of these assets. So for example, when we provide LP on Pendle, there is a small yield for that. So there are tons of different layers of yield stacked onto this. Now, for the other strategy that I've set up here, this one is for farming with Bitcoin. And as you can see, this hits on a number of different things. The strategy is a little bit different because Bitcoin, when it's used in, for example, the EtherFi vault, hits points on so many different things. So the way that this strategy works is you take the Bitcoin, if you make a deposit of Bitcoin here, either Wrap Bitcoin or Coinbase's Bitcoin, then WallChain is going to, first of all, go to EtherFi, deposit it into the vault for eBTC. Then it's going to take some of that and deposit it into Pendle, where you can farm additional points for corn, but also Pendle yield. And then it's going to take finally the remaining percentage, 30%, and it's going to go to Mezo and farm points for that airdrop, which should be coming out as well sometime in early Q1 2025. Now let's talk about some of the risks of using a strategy like this. Of course, there is smart contract risk because if we go back to the strategy here, as you can see, we're taking these assets and using them to farm points and yield in various different applications across DeFi. And so every instance of that is going to increase or add a layer of smart contract risk. All of the ones that I have selected for my strategy are what we would consider some of the safer and more established players in the DeFi space, although of course you never fully know. And if you're following other creators' strategies, some people might go even more degen than this. Now, I also haven't used leverage for either of my first 2 strategies here because I wanted to keep it simple for starters. But if you add leverage, then of course you add the risk of liquidation. And also, these are both on Ethereum mainnet, but this app, WallChain, will be cross-chain as well. So theoretically, we'll have more strategies soon that launch on different L2s. And if you have L2s with different DeFi applications, then you're actually adding yet another layer of risk by bridging those assets to the layer 2 in order to farm points or yield there. Now, when you make a deposit into one of these vaults, they're basically smart contract or vault wallet addresses, which can be audited on chain here. So they've actually put my two strategies into their documents here. They have audits, of course, and you can check those out and make sure that you do your own due diligence before depositing into anything like this. So just need to clarify, of course, there are risks associated with this. Now, aside from all of that, the benefits are pretty clear because with one deposit, you can take advantage of yield and points farming across a variety of different protocols. Now, currently, it's going to be a little bit difficult to actually set a specific APY or restaking APY for a strategy like this one because, of course, all of these different apps and points farms that we're actually hitting are variable and they change relatively quickly. However, I did try to select for my strategies ones that I thought were high value targets. So I'm going to walk through a quick example of how this works. When you make the deposit, you only pay the gas fee one time. And then due to the process of transaction batching that WallChain has done, they're actually taking care of the gas fees for all of these other transactions in the background. So all you have to do is pay to make the deposit. So yeah, since I have some USDC in this wallet, the process to make a deposit is, like I described, very simple. You simply connect your wallet, select how much you want to deposit, and then approve the transactions. Now, since these transactions are on Ethereum mainnet, I recommend waiting until gas fees are lower. If there's a spike, of course, you're going to pay a lot more to actually get that through. Okay, so the deposit just went through. In total for the approve and the deposit transactions, it was basically $20 to make that. So of course, when it comes to how much you're farming with, if you're farming with a larger amount, the transaction fees to do this on Ethereum mainnet will be a smaller percentage of your total amount and will make it more worthwhile. If you're worried about gas fees, then you could wait until they launch on layer 2s. Since my deposit has now gone through, if I go to the withdraw button, I can immediately withdraw if I want to. There's no lockups on any of this, and it's already starting to accrue points. I can track my position right here. And then if and when there are claims available, they will show up right here. Of course, there aren't any yet because I literally just made this deposit, but over time, as we rack up more points and yield, this will become more and more worthwhile. Now, like I said previously, there's going to be a lot more strategies coming on soon. If you are actually interested in creating your own strategy and putting it on here, I recommend you reach out to the team at WallChain. You can, for example, DM them on Twitter. And if you create your own farming strategy that ends up being popular and you get a lot of people using it, then you can actually potentially earn a very small percentage of that. And of course, the WallChain app themselves theoretically might drop a token as well at some point. So there's clearly a lot of different airdrop and yield Legos that you can hit here all at the same time with one pool of capital. And if you keep an eye on this application, you can check to see when new strategies come out. Maybe you're interested in these ones. Maybe you want to wait until some stuff comes out on layer 2s, or if some other creator that you follow launches their own strategy, and then you can do exactly what they're doing. So hopefully you found this little tutorial helpful. Again, full disclaimer, I am not being paid by these guys. I'm not an investor, nothing like that. People always comment stuff like that down below. I've decided moving forward, I will not be doing any paid promotion on the channel, and I'm going to be doing more sort of deep dive videos like this, examining new products in the space, new DeFi apps, and new ways to earn yield or to earn airdrops by farming with the crypto assets that we have. So hopefully you found this helpful. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.